Hi, my name is Dari Udumadi, founder, CEO, CHEKKIT Technologies. At CHEKKIT, we help producers of pharmaceutical products and consumer goods make their products smarter, safer, and trackable. Now, this is because in the African ecosystem, as well as Asia, majorly developing parts of the world, we experience majority of deaths that happen as a result of counterfeit pharmaceutical products, medicine. Now, this happens mainly because this part of the markets are highly informal, right? Supply chain processes are broken, a lot of supply chain inefficiencies, and a lot of paper-based mechanisms. Now, this results in over 30% market share loss to companies in this industry, particularly pharmaceuticals. In Africa, that's to the tune of over $300 billion, lost annually. Now, imagine in the next 5 years, that's $1.5 trillion lost as a result of these supply chain inefficiencies and the entrance of counterfeits into the market. Now, these counterfeits also kill 1 million people, like I said earlier, in this market as a result of, trade of counterfeit medicine. Now, how do we educate people and how do we reduce this number over the next 5 years by 70%? Now, that is why we at CHEKKIT creates unique IDs for products at sachet level for pharmaceutical primarily, that enables consumers to be able to verify the authenticity of the product using USSD, as well as even getting a reward for doing that. Now, let me show you how that works. So typically, you'd have the CHEKKIT sticker label, just like this, on products, and then the consumer can verify the authenticity of the product by going to CHEKKIT.app, which is a web app, to scan the QR, or use USSD, just like you're recharging your phone with airtime, to authenticate the product. Instantly, you see the product information, you get to know if it's original or not. Also, you get to know the batch number and the expiry date as well. Now, you see brief information as well, which includes us being able to give you a reward for participating, right? So if you say yes, you answer 2 questions or 3 questions, and then you get your reward at the end of the day. Now, the reward could be anything. It could be airtime, it could be merchandise, it could be whatever the brand wants to give to you, right? But then on the flip side, we also power a consumer intelligence engine for the brands that we work with. Now, this way, it becomes a win-win scenario, right? Consumers win something and the producers as well get something back in return, which is basically understanding their consumer behavior better. Now, we also believe that going forward, as the result of the fact that, now we have the vaccines, but we don't have it everywhere yet. But one thing that is very popular or common with issues like COVID-19 and pandemic is the chance of counterfeiting. In the scenario, if you look at the period of the test kits, when it just came out, you found out there were a lot of counterfeit test kits out there as well, which we created false negatives and false positives. We created a whole issue on its own. If it's actually the same thing can happen with the vaccines by the time they are mass produced. But CHEKKIT, with our unique IDs, we can protect vaccines from being counterfeited. We can protect these vaccines also and provide pharmacovigilance for brands so they can understand better how these vaccines are reacting with people when people use it in the mass market. We would love to prove what we're doing with blockchain technology and also with the protection of pharmaceutical products and other consumer goods with QR code and PIN and sticker labels. We'd love to improve this better. And one of the ways we're looking at doing this is through the MediLedger technology we're currently building, which is more like an ecosystem that brings in producers, distributors, and retailers into one ecosystem. So also, working together with the government is one area as well that we're very open to, NITDA and JS1, to make this MediLedger ecosystem building development happen. At least we know it's not going to happen in 1 year, but this is going to be a 5-year journey that we'd like key stakeholders to join us on to make Nigeria a better place and Africa at large. What we're really envisaging is to keep getting the kind of feedback we're getting now and even better. Most of our users, the companies that use our product, are very happy with the fact that they're able to learn more about their consumers, about their consumer behavior, about what the consumer thinks about their products or wants to do with their products, essentially, which was something that they were not doing before. Also, consumers also send this as an easy way to get back, something back from the brand that they are working with or they are consuming. which makes sense for both sides, right? Also, we've gotten feedback from the brands that they're actually able to engage directly with their consumers, which was something they were not doing before, right? Being able to engage directly with the consumer and being able to reward the consumer directly is one of the things that we enabled most brands to do, and the reception has been great so far. I mean, most of our service has to do with telecommunication, network, authentication. So we're actually open to working with more network providers directly, partnering with network providers, so we can have better rates for consumers to easily and freely authenticate products without having a charge. This is something we're looking to do. We're currently in Nigeria and Afghanistan. We're also looking at expanding to other African countries. With the kind of network partnership that we have currently, we can easily expand into 10 African countries right now, which makes our products the best for the African market for authentication and data gathering, as well as data processing. We're open to partners in the telecom industry, in the pharmaceutical industry, in the consumer goods industry, as well as funders and investors that want to see us expand into other markets to save more lives.